Well, hello, my YouTube friends, both new and returning. I got to go to the bank and put some stuff in the safe deposit box. So let's take a quick look at it because some of you may not have seen this. I've been sending some coins out to get graded, and this is one of them. It came back in MS64, although it is a 1927, which is the most common of all the surviving St. Gaudens. Also, this beauty right here, it's going to go in the safe deposit box. There's a video featuring this one. I thank you so much for that. Put those right there. Okay, so it's funny how things work out, like I said. So this coin right here, there's like a whole backstory to this 1/4 sovereign. So let's zoom in on it. And I always thought that was a dumb image right there. The dragon that King George is supposedly killing is so small, it's like a lizard of some sort. And I don't know why King George is naked, trying to be like Lady Godiva or something, so that, I didn't, I'm not a big fan of that image. Her Majesty, may she rest in peace on this side. So you may be wondering, why did I buy a 1/4 sovereign? Why did I add this to my collection? I have a small collection of British coins, and I've been watching that dude Numistacker, and some of you may have heard of him. I'll leave a link to his channel. And so what happened was, I've been watching Numistacker and looking at all his sovereigns and thinking, how good they would go with my collection of British coins. And I really like the ones called Shield Back. And so I was in the coin shop a couple weeks ago, and I'm looking at things. I must have been either sending a coin to get graded or getting one back or buying some capsules or whatever I was doing in there. And I saw this 1/4 sovereign in the cabinet. And I thought to myself, oh, that's nice. That would go great with my British coin collection. But, $175, there's going to be a lot of sales tax on that. And so finally it got to the point where I said, you know what? I'm just going to pull out $2,000, go down there, make a tax exempt purchase, and I'll just buy it with, during that purchase. So this was on February 26th. I finally pulled the trigger. Gold spot was $2,032.80. Silver spot was $22.59. And that was only on the 26th, right? So I get down there, and this coin was not in the cabinet. And you may wonder why I have it now. So we'll get to that in a second. So it wasn't there. There was another guy there when I asked about it and why the other trays were so empty, like all the 2x2 spaces, they were just empty. And the girl that's helping me, she goes, well, one of our buyers came in, and he cleaned out everything. And so, like, I go there and I'm on my side of the counter. But this guy, not only was he on their side of the counter, he was like way in the back in like the office area. So who knows how much money that guy was spending. So anyway, so I'm there. I'm like, well, I'm still going to, spend this $2,000, even though that other one's missing. So I ended up getting 2 1/4 ounce gold eagles, 3 1/10 ounce gold eagles, and I threw in some silver to get above 2,000, and this 3-gram panda. We'll take a look at that one. Even though I swore I'd never buy a Chinese communist product, so here it is, and it appears to be in the original packaging. Let's zoom in on a little bit. Now, I don't know if all pandas are proof or proof-like this one. And you can see it's 3 gram. It's not 3.11. And so there's 2 pandas. The other side, you can see my ugly mug reflecting in it. Here's the other side. It's a 2023 foreign gold 3-gram panda. And it was 205.74. And the other one, the Gold Eagles, were spot plus 100. And those, so they're just right here. I mean, you've all seen Eagles before, quarter ounce, 10th ounce. I had two already. Here's one of the ones I had already, a proof. So that's one OZ right there, 5/10. Oh wait, there's the fifth one, and 2 quarters. And then along with the St. Gaudens, the other one. Now, how did I get this in there? So I made my purchase, and figured this one was gone forever. And so, but I was back in there a few days later to pick up supplies or do something, and I saw that it was back in the cabinet. And I'm like, hey, that thing's back. And the girl's like, yeah, like I said, man, I wish I had been here on that day. And she goes, yeah, I remember you were talking about it. And so I did whatever I did and left. But then this thing was eating at me. I'm like, man, I kept thinking about this. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to go get $200. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to see if they can come down on the price at all. If they say yes, then I'll buy it. If they say no, then I'll stop thinking about it. I was expecting $5, maybe $10. If they can come down $10, help me out on the sales tax, then I'm going to pull the trigger on it. Now all I can do is ask, right? So I asked, and the girl that was helping me, she goes, well, I got to talk to the man over there. And I go, yeah, I know, he's busy right now. I got time, I can wait. And so I hung around for a little while, and when he was done helping someone else, then she went over and talked to him. She came back, and you see right here, 1/4 British sovereign, and it has a price extension of 155. So he saw me, he recognized me. I mean, he kind of knows me, and so he knocked $20 off, more than enough to cover the sales tax. So I went for it, and I said, yeah, I'll take it. And there's another, what else? There was something else in there. A silver round. I don't know why I needed that one, but I wanted it. Okay. Right? And it helps, when you spend money, then, they work with you. When you've been spending money for years, then they work with you. So that's, the moral of that story. And that's how I came to finally get this quarter sovereign in my collection. So I'm going to visit the bank right now. I'm going to put all this stuff in the safe deposit box. Right, I got this plastic for those, and I'll be right back. Okay, hold on. All right, my friends, I'm recording my voice over this video to avoid talking to myself loud at the bank and people hearing me in the other room wondering what's going on in there. But it's interesting the way things work out. Because weeks ago, if I hadn't been watching Numistacker and looking at all his gold sovereigns, and then the next thing that happened was I happened to go into the coin shop and see that quarter sovereign. And so then that quarter sovereign started bothering me, and I couldn't stop thinking about it until it got too much for me to bear, and I pulled the trigger. I went and got $2,000 out, and let me go make a tax-exempt purchase. And I was going to buy it that day. But like I said earlier, I believe I said earlier in the video, that another guy was there and he had swooped up everything. If that had not happened, I would have bought it that day. But it's good that that happened because I bought other stuff. And then when I saw it had come back to the cabinet, I was able to ask if they could come down on the price at all. And so the price was reduced $20, which is more than the sales tax would have been. So I did get a little, a better value on it. I did get a little decrease in the overall price, below the 175. And all this was happening while gold was just going up, up, up. If I hadn't been thinking about it and pulled the trigger on on the big purchase that other day, I would have missed out on that $140 increase that we're looking at right now. So it's all serendipity sometimes, and you just, it's how things work out. If you have some dry powder available, then, you might luck out and buy an ounce right before a big run up. You never know how it's going to go. But anyway, all right, my friends, you have a good day.